Those in the silver-haired community would say it's a great day for golf, and it is, don't get me wrong, but we say it's a great day for football, and the roof is wide open here in Glendale at State Farm Stadium. Today, it's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we've got a good one in store between the Seattle Seahawks and the Arizona Cardinals. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And his throw here's incomplete. These two teams, they met up earlier in the year back in Week 2. And it was the visiting Cardinals who came away with the victory. So now they've got a chance here to sweep the season series if they can get the victory in Glendale. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Well, they certainly weren't afraid to let it fly early, and they hope that'll keep the defense honest and keep the offensive guys excited about getting back out there. They are in attack mode in this game. It did backfire a little bit. Now you're just hoping your defense can keep them off the scoreboard so you're not facing a deficit the next time you run out there.
They go play action here on 1st down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I love those corners who can not only cover, but don't mind getting a little physical as well. How about the coverage on that play, knocking that pass away?
After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. They'll run. It's Kenneth Walker. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Well, on third down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Second and 3. And he'll get this one to Cooper, complete. It's a big play there for Seattle. 49 yards.
You can feel the effort all the way up here. He tried his best to get there. Didn't quite make it, but down around the 2-3 yard line. Gotta love the effort, and especially the big play that gave his offense a great opportunity.
Walker. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Good work there, holding him out on first down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
They'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And they'll send the slot in motion left. A first down carry for Barkley. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37. The Cardinals at 500, sitting at 5-5. Well, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll go to Barkley again. And not a whole lot there. Maybe a yard up to the 38. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 18. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they are back to 500 now. The win last week, their 3rd in a row. And the question, is this run coming too late to make a difference in the playoff race?
Great question. They definitely still have some work to do, but I think a lot of folks were writing this team off about 3 weeks ago, even some of their own fans. So I suggest you put some extra shocks on the old bandwagon because this team has rebounded.
It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set them back on 2nd. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. He's going to try and go deep again. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 43-yard line.
This will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Finding his target, it's Trey McBride. He's got room at the 30. And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be a terrific final act of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This is caught. And he's brought down. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Barkley will take this one in. It's a Cardinal touchdown. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the... And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
Starting to get the sense throughout the league that more of the special teams coordinators give their guys the green light to bring the ball out because everyone wants big plays to happen. I don't know if that philosophy will hold after that error there, turn it over that deep in their own territory.
Do guys go rogue there a lot based on feeling?
I think a lot of them just sense that they can make a play and make a huge one to help their team. And they have to have that athletic arrogance about themselves. And every now and then, though, it'll cost them. And that's what we just saw there.
And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's 2nd down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal. Well, we know it's a tough mission for this defense to hold them to a field goal after that long kick return, but they're one play away from doing it.
They certainly are very close to accomplishing what they needed to get done because they've treated this like a sudden change. You know, when the offense turns the ball over on a fumble or an interception, before you go out, you get together as a defense and go, sudden change, keep your poise, be ready to go. That's exactly what this group has done.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Moore, the man in motion. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll set up to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Cardinals. Zach Ertz, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. That 7-0 lead in there is short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up. You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Straight ahead, Walker. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now back to throw. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Rashawn Gary has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. On 2nd down, it's Walker. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Well executed there on 2nd down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a second time.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Cards are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option. You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh? The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. He'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up. No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad. Yeah. They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points. They'll drop to throw. And this one is incomplete. Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down. And his kick is indeed good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result. Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Second and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They made a nice effort to stick it with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
To throw.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Well, those have been a problem for him all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team chances.
Up the middle with Barkley. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7.
So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter. And that one carries out of the side of the end zone here, so it's a touchback and bring it out to the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll try for the first with Walker. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was third and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
A throw over the middle, taken in.
The pass on first down. Complete to number 16. A 7-yard pickup. Brings up second and 3. After 45 yards.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, third and 1.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on third and 1. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time.
Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Cardinals are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
As they started that drive, I think they looked at the scoreboard and said, this is a manageable deficit, guys, but let's go ahead and start cutting it down right here. Instead, an interception happened, so a 2-possession game might become 3. So as we get going here in the second half, this could rapidly reach the point where there isn't enough time left for a comeback if their defense doesn't bail them out.
48 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send him back to the drawing board.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. Caught by the time, and he fumbled it. It's on the ground, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
So potentially a turning point here in the third quarter as that swings the door back open just a bit.
Yeah, they're still down 2 scores, but I do think we're at that point in the game where you're going to reach for the football whenever possible. You're going to hear the coaches scream from the sidelines, tackle him, second guy in, tackle the ball.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Phoenix, Arizona is the spot. Glad to have you along for the ride. Third quarter action and a 2nd and 10 upcoming.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Cards are going to take possession of the football. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Second down, here's Barkley again.
And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Again, it's Barkley. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those.
Barkley hit and the ball pops free.
And the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Here's Walker to start the drive. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. 2nd and 6. And he's got Cooper on the out route. That's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 69 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
back to Walker on first down.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
It's a gain of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
On 3rd down, here's Walker.
Well, he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
So now following the roll of the dice, they've got a 1st and 10 inside the 35.
In motion, the tight end. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And they move this all the way down to the 9.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
He'll drop to throw. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. Touchdown, Seahawks. Noah Fant, his 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Seahawks have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Extra point splits the uprights, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Seahawks 14.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Now, Charles, of course, you got to remember, last possession they fumbled. It led to a touchdown. 1-score game here. Got to be careful.
And this is where coaching and training really comes into play, doesn't it? What does everyone say after an error? Next play, move on, next drive. That mantra has to come to the front. They've got to take care of business right here and act like the last series just didn't happen.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll look to throw.
This one goes out wide for Barkley.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. That goes for 14 yards, first down Cardinals.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield, but as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up a first down.
Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Second and 9 now. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This will be a critical call.
It's a quarterback sneak, and he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10.
Looking to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. They're going to look to throw.
That's complete to McBride.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up 4th down. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Taking it about the 16. And just a 30-yard punt that time. And we have reached the 2-minute warning. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. He'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Well, these corners, I tell you, they've done excellent work all game long.
They remind me of guys in the past who just said, hey, throw it out here 100 times. Nothing good is going to happen. And if you throw it in the wrong place, I'll take it the other way.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Back to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. So now let's reset here, Charles. They do have 2 timeouts left, so they can stop the clock twice. This one's not quite over yet.
No, and what you're doing on defense, you're going to use both timeouts, obviously. But you've got to call defenses are going to force the issue early, meaning you want that play over fast. You don't want to give them time to dance around in the backfield or run a wide sweep that'll take off time. Blitz them, put pressure on them, make sure that play ends quickly so that you can go ahead and keep moving.
Running left, it's Barkley. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to perhaps salt this one away. And his kick here is good. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go.
The Seahawks take over first down position at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. Back to throw again. He'll take a shot for Davis to the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Cardinals come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Cards, they move back over 500 now at 6-5. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for Seattle, it's starting to look like it won't be their year as they drop to 5-6. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos.